me to whisper in your ear? If so, welcome to Wednesday Night Whispers with your host, the domesticated diva, Latasha Scurry. Good evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to my show, LSTV. You are viewing me live. I love to talk, so this is my station for education. Your host, Latasha Scurry. Tonight, my guest is known as a master lash artist in a growing industry of beauty, culture, and entertainment, as well as everyday essentials. If you visit her on her Instagram page, you will see a lady who does not have a job because she's having so much fun. You should go to work every day and be as happy as she is because life is too short not to enjoy what you do. So please welcome my guest, Cassidy Blake, CEO of Cassbeenlashed. Hello,
Hi,
beautiful. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm going to have my disclaimer. I'm a little bit sick, but guess what? We are going to do this tonight, okay?
Yes, I'm excited, and I want to thank you for still doing this live, even though you're not feeling the greatest.
Oh no, the show must go on. I'm trying to track down Oprah crowds, okay? Oprah Winfrey crowds.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So guys, listen, I just want to welcome this beautiful lady. I met her a couple of months ago at something called the Mingling with Millionaires Mixers. And I just could not, I was taken away by her beauty, poise. And so when I started talking, I'm like, who is she? What does she do? And she said she does lashes. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Thank
every
you.
minute of it.
You were doing the interviews on the red carpet.
Yes, ma'am. That was
And
me.
and you know, it's funny. I was looking for the video. I was like, where's the video? I didn't know where to find it because I just kind of did it and ran away. I didn't
Yep.
really get
It's on
much
my
information.
Instagram. And if you go down there, it's the whole video unedited. So you hear me when nobody's there just saying crazy stuff. Just saying crazy stuff.
That's so funny.
But I enjoy that part of my life.
Yes, I'm excited that I was able to do that interview with you. Even though it was quick and short, it was still fun.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for. Gotta make life happy. If we don't make life happy, it's gonna pass us by and we have nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing.
Right.
So guys, tell us, Miss Blake, tell us, who is Cassidy Blake? Who is this person?
So let's just make it super simple as I am. I'm outgoing. I like to have fun. I'm a free spirit. So that's what brought me into the space of beauty because you're able to create your own schedule. And it allows me to be that free spirit that I am naturally. I don't like repetition. I like change every day. So being in the industry that I decided to focus on has definitely allowed that for me.
Oh, wow. Are you married? Do you have any siblings? Do you mind telling us?
So I am not married. I don't have any children.
You are off the market, on the market?
I am off the market.
Okay.
I am dating. I do have a boyfriend. I don't have kids, but I have two dogs. I have two Cane Corsos.
No, you do not.
Yeah, I do. I have
I
a
am
female
begging my husband, and he is like, no.
Oh, you want one?
Yes.
Well, I'm actually in the process now of breeding them.
Wow.
Because I have a male and a female. The purpose of me getting them was for breeding. I ended up falling in love with the dogs.
Oh.
So it's a little bit more than that now.
Oh.
But yeah, I will be breeding them. So I'm looking hopefully to have some puppies ready by at least Black Friday, Christmas time.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to do a lot of begging, a lot of schmoozing, because I've been watching them on Facebook. So now they just pop up on my Facebook feed. And he's like, no, you can stop it. You're not getting one.
They're honestly great dogs. Like I can't take that away from them. I feel safe all the time.
Yes.
Um and I would say if you don't like going outside, they're not your dog. But I like them because I know I need to stay active, and because they have to be walked, I'm constantly outside walking and they keep me active. So it's kind of a love hate, like, oh, I don't want to go outside, but okay, I have to. And not only do I have to do it so that they can use the bathroom, but it's also beneficial to me because now I'm technically working out, you
Right,
know.
right.
So they're getting their nice stroll on, and I'm getting my exercise on.
Look at this. This is fate. I'm supposed to be talking about lashes, but I'm talking about Cane Corsos. Oh my God. I love those dogs. I love them. I was showing them off
I,
today at work. I'm like, hey, I want one of these. I want one of these.
yeah, I have a brindle. They're both brindle. They're like a black and brown. So they're
Oh,
beautiful.
now are
Great
they large?
companions. Yes, Kane is about 160. Zola's about 125. So they're
Wow.
pretty heavy, but that's just their breed, you know. I don't definitely no one anytime someone comes to my house, if they even see them, they're like, "Are you sure it's okay for me to come inside?" I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm here. Don't try to do this when I'm not here. I can't
Right,
say
right.
I
Oh,
can't give you no advice if I wasn't here."
oh, I love it. Okay, we'll talk more about that off record. Let's get back to these lashes. So, how long have you been doing lashes?
I've been doing lashes since I was 21. I'm actually 28 now. I'll be
Wow.
29 next month. I've been
Congratulations.
doing it since I was 21. I picked it up as a hobby because I
Mhm.
used to be in banking. I was working for JP Morgan. And then it was, at my age, it was great money because, I was in working in banking. So I was learning a lot about finances and stuff like that. So it kind of opened the door for me to explore. But then one thing I learned about working in the bank is I noticed that everyone had like a side hustle. This is their 9 to 5, but they have something going on. So that's what opened my eyes. Like, okay, maybe I should try to find something else to do when I'm not working like they are. Because they're working, they're getting their 401k, whatever they're putting away, plus their pay, their vacation, and then they're getting their money from their side business.
Okay.
So I got into lashes as a hobby. I at the time, because I was a fresh out of college as well, broke college student, had no money. I
Right.
borrowed the money from my mom to take my initial training. I told her that when I start working at the bank, I will give her the money back from my first paycheck, which I did.
Okay.
Um, and after I took the class, I was like, "What was I thinking? Spending all this money on this?" I was in total like, because it's at now it's I understand why it felt that way.
Right.
If I could have had a mentor, someone to coach me through it, wouldn't have felt that way. But at the time, I was like, I cannot believe I just spent $750 and I gotta pay my mama back. And this is so hard. I'm like,
Okay.
and I cannot turn this to my mama. Oh, I don't want to do it because even though I'm paying her back, she gonna look at me crazy. Like,
Right.
so I was just determined. I was like, you know what? I don't want to let this stop me from, trying. So I just practiced every day because I was determined. I said, okay, not only do I have to pay my mom back, but then I have to turn around and make sure I can make back what I paid her.
Now, were you
So
practicing on yourself or was it your friends?
my
Where did
friends, so how I started scouting my clients now was I was scouting them from JP, the bank.
Oh, great.
So I would say, hey, like I would kind of scope for my potential client, like women
Right.
that I seen coming to work every day with their hair done, with their lashes done. Not saying that anyone else is in the target, but I knew that they're all about beauty. So I would say,
Right.
hey, I have a special, I can do your lashes. And that's kind of when it was new. So
Right.
I was having them come over after work. I would have them follow me home and I would do their lashes. And then it started to become something that I started to like because
Okay.
it started getting easier.
Okay.
And this is because I didn't ever, I would say ever since I picked the tweezers up, I've never put them down. Of course I put them down now to take a vacation or take time off for a few days, but I've literally never put them down. I've kept them in my hand. COVID happened. I had a lot of time to practice during COVID. But it's just something that I realized, like, okay, I like this.
Now, are you still at JP Morgan?
No, I'm not.
You are making enough money to sustain you, do what you want to do, doing lashes.
Yes, I started doing lashes in 2017. I started at JP Morgan in 2016. I stopped working at JP Morgan March of 2019. So I
Wow.
haven't worked for anyone since then.
That is an incredible story. This is what the American dream is made of. And guys, I am not joking. I want you to go to Instagram and go to Cassbeenlashed, Cassbeenlashed, and watch this lady just have fun at work. It's not a job. When you can have that much fun, it is not a job.
I think too something because right now I do a lot of them. I pretty much wear all the hats, which
Mhm.
I'm at a point where I understand that I have to start looking for help. But I started
Wow.
saying that I need to start showing the hard times.
Really? And what do you
Because I
consider
think I'm
hard
showing all the
time?
good stuff and I'm not showing like what's really happening behind the scenes. Um,
But they
because
don't need that unless they're taking the course. You want to know why?
why?
Because you've made it. Your hard times is when you were starting. This
Yeah.
should be what, and this is what social. This is when social media is a little bit misconceiving. People see you at the top and they don't see the struggle. So I understand what you're saying.
Hmm.
But you know what? They don't need to see the struggle because everybody's struggle is going to be different. Now, if you can get them in and say, here, take my course so I can show you the struggle, don't give them the struggle free.
Don't give them the struggle for free.
Right. Don't give it to them for free. Because a lot of our kids, and this is coming from education, they see, oh,
Mhm.
you've made it, and they don't know the struggle. So they are very mean to teachers who try to talk to them about, okay, what's your plan? Let me hear your initial plan. They have no initial plan. They just want to be mean and they want to be up here and they haven't paid their dues. And all we're asking them is to pay your dues. You paid your dues. If they
Yeah.
want to know how you paid your dues, come sit down and talk to you. That's the first sign of maturity.
Hmm.
And they're not maturing because they're being rude, trying to get where you are. Now, social media does it shows you the end result. Didn't show
Right.
you the struggle. But I want them to pay for that struggle. Only because I'm on the side of it where they're not compassionate for people. And I need them to have that compassion so that they can struggle, but they need to pay for the struggle. And you're right. They do need to hear it, but I want them to pay for it because I see the bad side of it.
Yes, because it's just giving them it to them and they're like, "Oh, this is all I got to do to navigate around this."
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I understand.
Okay. So now let's talk about the services you offer because you don't just do lashes.
No. So I do okay, so I know how to do microblading and ombre brows. However, after I took the training, I was a little not okay with the procedure because you do see blood
Okay.
and because it's basically a tattoo in a sense. And I
Oh,
just wasn't into that.
okay.
And also I was really busy with the lashes.
Hmm.
So at one point I was trying to do microblading, lashes, waxing, training, and I felt like I was really overwhelmed because
Okay.
I needed to focus on one thing. So then I was like, what do I really enjoy doing the most? What I
Okay.
enjoyed doing the most was lashes, waxing,
Uh
and
huh.
training. I enjoyed waxing because it's a quick service. It's
Okay.
literally 30 minutes to an hour. I could do a full body in about an hour or less.
Okay.
With the lashes it does take time, so I would choose that because I'm good at it and
Okay.
it's actually like therapeutic for me.
Awesome.
um but I kind of said lashes, waxing, and training, and I enjoyed training a lot because I like to show people what I didn't receive in my training
I
and
got
things that I wish I knew or they showed me. I'm like, okay, I have to show you this, I have to show you that. And I also, when when women schedule trainings with me, they end up getting a lot more than they pay for without knowing it, because I give
Okay.
them so much information. Sometimes I'll even throw in an extra day, and they don't. If I see that it's something they're really, if they're showing me that they're really passionate about what I'm teaching them,
Okay.
um, I'll be like, hey, are you free tomorrow? Come in for another 3 hours, and I'll show you some
Uh,
more. That's
that's
kind of what I look
amazing.
for. Yeah, that's what I look for in my training, because I have had people that have come into training with me, and they won't be dedicated. Like, they'll be on their phone texting,
Yep.
or they're not taking notes. And I get it, sometimes we can remember, but it's a lot of information, especially when you want to do it the right way. So I
Hmm.
do appreciate when I'm training and get students that really really want to learn what I'm teaching them and
Awesome.
value the craft.
That you have perfected and you enjoy. And this is what I'm saying about, and I'm not saying anything bad, but our younger crowd, the cell phone is more important.
Yeah,
And maybe in your training, do like the teachers do. Cell
no cell
phone,
phone policies.
there you go.
And I literally, as soon as you started to say that, it came to me. And I'm like, I should. And I'm not saying they can't use the phone, because you would think that if they're on their phone, they're recording me or taking pictures. They're not doing that. They're texting boyfriend back, or I don't know what they're doing. But I'm like, you're here with me and I'm teaching you a craft that, especially if they're younger than me, I'm like, do you know what this skill can do for you at your age while it's hot in the market? And um I always do research about the business, especially lashes, to see if it's growing, or just to make sure I'm investing my time and money at this age from where I started. Now I'm looking at it totally different.
Right.
So researching the market, they say that the lash industry should be a $26.3 billion industry by 2026.
And it should be, because I had breast cancer. Because people get lashes for different reasons. Everybody thinks, oh, it's glamour, glitz, and glamour. I have breast cancer. I have no eyebrows. I have no lashes. So I
Yeah.
wear strips because that's what I learned how to do on myself. I've never been anywhere and gotten professional lashes before. So every morning I get up, I paste my eyebrows on, and I wear my lashes. I get them from Amazon, and I do about wear them about 3 days, throw them in the trash can, put on the next pair. That's just because I didn't know about this. My
Right.
sister-in-law she's a doctor, and she used to get her lashes done, and she would show me, oh, look at my lashes. And so then I started inquiring, how much is it? And then I was like, you gotta go and get them filled. Oh my God, I don't want to do that. But then she had a reaction. So here she is, the medical doctor had a reaction, her eyes swelled up, and I'm like, So that was the one thing that turned me off, and I didn't know. I didn't ask the right questions. What do you think caused it? It just turned me off.
Yeah. So with people that are prone to, does your sister have allergies?
It's my sister-in-law, but I don't, not that I know of, and she actually had them on for a year and a half before she grew, before her eyes swelled up. So I don't know what happened.
And did she go to someone new, or was the same person? Do you know?
I'm quite sure it was the same person.
Okay, so with that, it could either be that she got allergic to the products,
Hmm.
which can happen. Like, I used to use a lash glue called Duo.
Hmm.
Um, and I used to use it all the time. And then this is prior to me getting into lash extensions, but after some time, it did start to irritate my eye, where if I'm wearing them out, they would be itchy. And then the next day after I would remove them, a few days later, I would realize that there's scabbing on
Oh
my
wow.
eyelid where I would place the strip. So it could be that she developed an allergic reaction over time. If it's something that happens like when they first put it on, you know, it could be that they're allergic to this glue, because there's a chemical inside of the adhesive that's called cyanide,
Hmm.
and it's typically in all of the lash glue. So if you're allergic to cyanide, you're typically not going to be able to get lash extensions. and you have to go to, some people have to go to the emergency room to get an allergy shot to prevent it. Some people actually are allergic to the cyanide, but what they'll do is they'll do the nasal spray, they'll do Benadryl, they'll do everything to prevent it from having an allergic reaction. That's because I've seen girls do it. And there's also that chlorophyll spray that I've seen that they will use and put an applicator and rub the lash line to help prevent the allergic reaction. I just think that if I know someone has had an allergic reaction, I just don't do their lashes because I know it's typically gonna happen again. And
Oh
I don't,
wow.
yeah.
And
So
see, now you're educating me because I use Duo. I haven't had an
but
allergic
everyone's
reaction
skin
to
is
it.
different.
Okay.
Yeah, my I just had to switch it, and my mom is also, she's a nurse practitioner. So she was just suggesting that I just switch the brand to a different glue. So
Okay.
I now use a Kiss. It's the Kiss and it's an aloe.
Okay.
And I use that if I do wear strips and I don't have any irritation when I wear it.
Okay.
But it was really bad. It's like literally the top of my eyelid would just be peeling from whatever was in that glue.
Now, is it hard for you to do your own individual lashes?
I've never done my individual lashes. Because the adhesive that we use to apply the lash extensions, the fumes are very strong, so it
Okay.
burns. So that's why the procedure is done with our eyes closed. And me, I've seen girls on social media doing their lashes, but I already don't have the greatest vision. So I really, I don't want to play with my eyes.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I
This
just
is
keep it simple. If I'm going out, I'm just going, if I don't got the extension, I'm going to slap on some strips.
okay.
Okay, we're
That
gonna
is good
preserve this
to know.
vision, huh?
That is good to know. That's
Yeah,
valuable information right there.
yeah.
So, what's the average time it takes to get lashes in the
Okay,
individuals?
okay. So and I've been doing it for almost 8 years now, and I will say that um you can everyone can find different ways to speed up their process, but on average it should take for a classic set 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay.
You can, if the client has smaller eyes or less hair on their eyelid, you can probably get it done in about an hour and 45. But you're typically, for a classic set, looking at between that 2 hour and 30-minute mark. Now with volume and mega volume, because we're creating fans by hand, and that does take a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
It can range from about maybe 2 to 4 hours. A mega
What?
volume for me is definitely 4 hours.
I don't even know what a mega volume is. Explain that. What's a mega volume?
Okay, so basically, with the extension, so volume lashes are 0.7,
Mm-hmm.
and anything under 0.7, which is zero point 0.5 and zero point 0.3, which is the width of the lash,
Mm-hmm.
is considered a mega volume. And all it is how many hairs we put on the fan.
Okay.
So like a mega volume, I can put on about maybe 20 hairs on one fan that will attach to one of your natural lashes. So that's what creates that fluffiness.
I,
But the fan is not, it's light enough to where I can put it and it'll look and appear heavy, but it's really not if it's applied properly.
man, see, this is what I'm talking about. I want somebody who's educated to be working on my eyes.
Yeah.
I've never had this done before. I might come just get it done. I know I'm not going to keep it up because I'm so scary. But to have the experience, because
Yeah.
like I said, I have when I say I have no lashes, I have no lashes to attach it to. So I mean, very few on my lid.
So do
That's
your
why.
lashes, are they growing back
No,
or
no, nope.
so?
My eyebrows don't grow back. I lost a lot. I lost about 60% of body hair. And now on my head, it did come back, but it changed. The texture changed. I did not
Yeah.
like it. So I fought with it for about, it's been 11 years since I've had breast cancer. I fought for it
So you
about the
beat it.
first, Yes. Oh, yes. The
That's
first five
awesome.
years, I fought with my hair. I look like a chia pet. Okay, it just got real tight, curled, and fuzzy. Everybody said, "Hey, go to the Dominicans, get a blowout." The lady gave me my money back because it poofed back up before I left her shop. Go to the hood, go let the hood girls do it. All they want to do is put gel and make me a ponytail or wave it down, and I'm like, I can't wear this all the time. Then
You need everyday hair.
yeah, and then so then I started going to because it came back longer, it just came back curlier and thicker, and it just looks weird. So I went to these European ladies. Oh, we're gonna do an enzyme treatment. It's all natural. They put that on my hair, and I was getting ready to go on my 20th wedding anniversary cruise. And 2 days, I paid $300, and 2 days before my cruise, so I ran to the wig shop, had them to glue me a wig on, and when I came back, I shaved my hair bald, and I never went back to growing my hair back out. Just this is completely bald under here. Nope, I don't want to do it.
So you don't want any more hair.
No, because what is the purpose? I wear wigs all
So is this
100%
a
of the
wig
time.
right now or is it
Yes, ma'am.
braided?
No, this is a wig.
Wow.
This is a wig, 100%. I don't like baby hair, so and I glue them on myself. I cut the baby hairs off. I don't have naturally good hair like that, so I don't want to look fake and slick my hair down. I cut the lines off, glue it down, keep going.
Well, it looks great.
Thank you. I just need to get. I was thinking about getting tattoo eyebrows, but then I saw a lady with eyebrows turn green. I was like, I don't want to
Oh, because
experience
that's
that.
because the artist went way too deep on the derm because our skin is in layers. So if they go past a certain layer with that needle, it's gonna cause that. That's why you have to go to people that know what they're doing.
And
References,
then it
referrals.
changed. It changed so much. What 20 years ago we all wanted thin eyebrows. Now we want thick eyebrows. I'm just like, when I paste them on, I got 20 different looks.
Yeah, you can make them thin, thick.
Curvy,
Yeah.
wait, all
But if
so
you do want your brows done, I do have someone that's an excellent reference that I would refer
okay,
you to.
okay. That,
I just think when it comes to the face, not everyone can do your service when it comes to the face. This is when we get
exactly.
picky. The face and the
Exactly.
hair is where we get really picky.
Yep.
The toes and stuff, we can cover them up with some sneakers from time to time if you mess up the polish, but my
Yep.
face and our hair, we cannot hide those things. So
Yep.
I'll
I
definitely give you some good references for these things
okay.
when you're ready.
Oh, thank you. See, this is why I'm having you here, and I hope everybody else will just say she's knowledgeable, and that's what I'm looking for, because not everybody took the time to do what you did,
Right.
and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And so the reactions, and you've talked about the treatments. Are there any other treatments that you suggest other than the ones you talked about?
Treatments as far as
If they have a reaction to it,
okay, so if they have a reaction, I'd say don't put them on anymore
okay,
because typically it's going to happen again. And you don't want
okay.
to have to, some people have to end up going to the emergency room to get that shot.
Mhm.
And it's just, if you know you're allergic to the lash extensions, until they make a glue, because sometimes they even say that the glue, they'll have what was it called? Low irritation, I think,
Yes,
glue or non-sensitive glue. It
right.
still has some of them still have the cyanide, and that's what irritates the client's eye. So I think until they find an adhesive where they don't have to use that and it'll still have great retention,
Okay,
not to do it. If you have allergic reaction, take them off right away. Don't be
okay.
like, oh, let me give it until tomorrow because tomorrow they're gonna be swollen shut.
Yep.
Um, and just making sure that just keeping your eyes clean after having them removed and keeping your eyes clean so you don't want any styes and just sticking to the strips.
So does the strips cause? Do you see that the strips cause reaction like the individual lashes?
No, because the strip is a temporary
Okay.
fix versus extensions are long lasting,
Okay.
because you maintain them. It's kind of like your nails, you have to fill them every 2 weeks.
Right.
Just like our nails grow out, the lashes grow out. So when you come in, we have to groom them, take off the old ones, put new ones, clean in
Are
between
you?
them.
Oh, wow.
So
This is a process.
yeah, it's a whole thing. So I would say that with the strip lashes, the only issue I see that can be common are styes. Because what's happening is some girls are gluing those strips on and then they're leaving them on for more than 3 days, sleeping in them, washing their face. And what happens is the lash line can't breathe, so the oils and the buildup will cause a sty.
Okay.
But that's typically the only thing. Strips are, I think, are pretty safe if they're applied properly.
Okay. I wash my face all the time. Ooh, scary. Scary,
Yes, as long
scary.
as you're cleaning them. That's what I say. I don't have anything against strips and cluster lashes. I just think that they're a temporary fix for
Mhm.
maybe one day. I don't recommend them to be worn as daily wear unless they're being removed at night or in the morning, whenever, and cleaned. Like take off the old glue, put on fresh glue. Because you can even use a tweezer to take the glue off of the strip, so you can reuse it.
I know.
So
Listen, I that's why I get 50 in a box. I throw them bad boys away. Oh, keep moving, keep moving, keep
she
moving.
said, "I got time. I'm throwing them away."
Mm-mm. I'm throwing them away. I don't even want to pick the glue off. I'm scared. I'm scary. So, how does someone register for your training? How do they get in contact with you? What do they do?
Okay, to register for a training, they would go to my website.
Mhm.
I have actually two because my scheduling site is integrated with my website. But
Okay.
just the easier way is
Okay.
cassbeenlashed.me.
Okay.
That is the direct booking site. And there's a scheduling tab, there's a training tab, and under trainings is where they can schedule. They can have the option of training in person or virtually.
Okay.
If they already are experienced with lashes, they are able to do a refresher course where we'll go over a few topics. And I kind of like to freestyle the refresher course where they can tell me what they feel like they're missing, and I will provide what I think is important for them to know. But they can do in person. They can also, if there's classic and volume, and then there's a combination. Students are not able to take a volume course unless they have shown me that they took a classic training somewhere else,
Hmm.
or they have to take a classic training with me first because they have to know the foundation before they get into doing volume.
I love what you're saying. I absolutely love what you're saying. You hold them accountable. You're a
Yeah.
great teacher.
Yeah, and some people try to say, "Oh, I just want to learn volume." I'm like, you
Mm-mm.
can learn volume, but if you don't know the foundation, you're just going to be just doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we
And
can't
I
do
don't want
that
anybody
because
doing whatever on me.
no. And then I don't want you saying Cassidy taught you either.
Uh-huh. That's your reputation.
Yeah, so you're telling them I taught you that.
So what I would like to do, I would like to get your that if you can text it to me and I'll put it in the description later so that when they go to YouTube and watch, they'll be able to see this. I'll
Okay.
post the link of this to my Instagram page to the video
Okay.
as well as my Facebook page. So anybody that you want to see this and share this with, just go ahead and blast it out when we're done. And I promise you, I am just loving your energy. I'm living through you vicariously, but I'm also learning. This is what I'm a lifelong learner, and this is educating me. I'm so glad we had this conversation.
Yeah, I'm glad that we were able to do this. I would love to do it again.
Okay.
Maybe we could do one in person
Or from your studio.
or from the studio, which that would be fun. I would
Now,
definitely love to do that.
Now let me ask you a question. You said you might be looking to bring other people in.
Yes, as far as because right now I'm doing everything, so I
Mhm.
need someone right now, which is really important for marketing.
Okay.
Um, I need someone that's running my social media when I'm working so that I can focus on other things because marketing is a very important part of
Right.
being a service provider.
Right.
So I need someone that can take control of that, make sure that things and information are still getting out there, videos, everything that's happening is still reaching potential or existing clients so that they're in the loop of what's going on.
Now, just for somebody who does as a one woman show, you might be it might be time to get some stands and post those cameras up so that you don't have to do that.
Yeah, so I have stands. The only thing is that I work with my hands, so it's
Mhm.
difficult. And because I usually have, when I finish a client, there's typically someone else coming in.
Okay.
So I don't have time. Like, I could do it, it's just very time consuming. And,
It is.
to get the right angles, I have to constantly get up. And
Yep.
it's just easier if I could just create content and have someone posting it and edit it. It's
Okay.
really, I don't say it's really capturing that's difficult for me.
Okay.
If I want to catch me doing stuff, that is hard because I have to keep getting up.
Right.
But kind of someone that I can, what takes time, I think, is planning the content
Right.
and planning, making the flyers, editing the photos, editing the videos because they have to be appealing. So
Right.
that's the stuff that takes some time.
Now I don't know how much it would cost, but my next door neighbor is a graphic design artist, and that is what he does. So I will definitely, if you don't mind giving me your number, y'all can talk. But listen, just because I'm recommending him, don't mean that you have to take him. Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that's just a
But I
recommendation.
am looking. I am looking.
And I know the work that he does. And then I know someone else that I met at the Mingling with Mixionaire Millionaires Mixer. I think he's really good, and they knew each other. Um, I would recommend both. I think that my next door neighbor, and he's going to kill me for that, is a little pricey because he is good. The other young man, I think, is just getting started, but his quality is just as good as his.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I'll give you those two names. You can talk. If they don't like you, don't.
Yes, you
You
can
do not
share them
have to
with
take
me.
it from me, darling. Just a recommendation. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I would love that because I'm still looking.
Now, what sets you apart from someone else? I'm knocking at this door saying I want lashes. I'm knocking at Cassidy's door saying I want lashes. What do you think sets you apart?
That my lashes last.
Okay.
They last over 4 weeks. And I
What?
know that for a fact. They last. It's your, because I always tell my clients it's my job to put it on. It's your job to take care of them when you leave. If they follow the aftercare, their lashes are gonna last. It's my, I have amazing retention. If the client doesn't have um
Good
like
maintenance.
good maintenance, it's not gonna last. So that's why I educate them to get lash shampoo also. Because if they don't get lash shampoo, they'll try to wash them.
There's a such
Either,
thing as lash shampoo.
yes, there is.
I've never heard of all of this stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a lash shampoo. There's lash shampoo, and they
Do
have to
you
wash
sell
them
these
every
products?
day. Yes, I do. So I do tell them, during their appointment that they have to purchase before. Like, I'll let them know that I have it because I don't want them to purchase it from anyone else.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and typically they will buy it from me.
Wow, this is interesting. This is a new and you've already answered a question that I was had in my mind to ask. The trends that are out there. You've already said that you're studying the trends. You're looking to see what's happening. What's out there that you're not already doing?
Um, a lot. I don't know. With my business, I just try to take it easy. I just go with the flow and I just kind of listen to what my clients want
Okay.
because at the end of the day, I provide the service. So
Hmm.
I just listen for what they need.
Now, is
And
there some? Where are you looking for the trends? Are you looking at the stars? Are you looking at educational sites about lashes? Where are you getting your information from?
just scrolling on social media, and My boyfriend is a truck driver, so
Mm-hmm.
he actually has a lot of downtime where he does a lot of scrolling for me,
Oh,
and
great.
he will send me videos and say, "Hey, remake this." So he helps me a lot with that.
Awesome.
Um, but I would say just scrolling and like connecting with people online, because typically on stories they're sharing things that are trending,
Okay.
and stuff like that. So there's always, I don't know. And music, listening to the radio, also like music, like the songs, because typically if you go to Instagram and you type in a popular song, you're going to find all these videos that are being remade
Okay.
of a tip of a specific topic or something,
Right.
and then you're able to figure out a way to relate that to what you're doing. So that's basically how you find trends. Like whenever I'm watching TikToks, I am watching for entertainment, but I'm like, okay, how can I remake this video and make it relatable to my content and what I'm trying to sell or teach?
That's interesting. You have a game plan. Now, did you sit down when you started doing this because you came from the banking industry? Did you say I'm going to write a business plan, or you just went with it?
I just went with it.
You just went with it.
I just went with it.
That's
Sorry.
interesting because when I was this is a true story. When I used to live in Port St.
Is it okay if I'm gonna get up and grab a napkin?
Absolutely, sweetie.
Okay. Okay, go
So
ahead.
when I was in Port St. Lucie, Florida, I had my first daughter, and I went to get my nails done, and I went, oh my God, this baby is crying. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not I'm not enjoying this at all. Okay. And I just had to get out of the house because I'm 6 weeks in a house with the baby. I need to go do something. So when I was at the nail salon and she's screaming her head off, honey, I came up with an idea for a nail salon experience with the children. So I sat down and wrote a business plan with no experience.
Wow.
Me a year and a half to write it because I researched competitors, everything. So I went to the bank to see if I can get it funded. The man looked at me and said, who helped you write this? Nobody. He said, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. It was about 70 pages long. He said, I'm going to ask you again, who helped you write this? I said, no one. He said, he sat there for a minute. He read, he flipped through it another 20 minutes without saying a word to me. I was sweating. I didn't know what was about to happen. He said to me, what's your credit score? I told him. He pulled it. He said, we will fund this. I sat there for a moment and I was sweating. I didn't know what to say. He said, I've never seen anybody who does not have any experience write a business plan and hit every note. I chickened out and didn't do it. And I still have the business plan. And that's why I'm able to talk to kids when they're talking about their social media and what they're going to do. I'm trying to get them to put the plan on paper for longevity,
Yeah.
for trends. How when you get bored and your audience get bored, you're going to be able to go to the next level. And I can't get them to
Right.
explain that. So, and the only reason that I'm able to have that conversation with them is because I've done it. It took me a year and a half to write it. I hit every note and the man wanted to fund it. And I still have that business plan. I still have like 6 or 7 copies of it. And when a kid is talking to me, I come in and I drop it down on the desk. I said, that's what a business plan looks like.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I asked that, because
Do
I'm
you guys do at your, you said you're a principal.
assistant principal. Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys do like summer programs and stuff like that?
They do, but it's not geared. Most of it is summer school or summer enrichment about what they already are learning. There's nothing new, no new content.
Right.
And so I would like to take some young people, put them in a room and say, let me hear your plan. Then let me help you write this plan so that they can get somewhere. I literally went on the internet, typed in business plan, found an outline, and I went through each one of those outlines and researched it, typed it up. I begged my family to help me. Nobody would help me. Zero people would help me because they didn't
Right.
know, and it wasn't their vision. I even put in there for marketing. I even had the budget plan, how much it was cost me. I was calling neighboring cities, counties, and salons and asking them, do they have this service? What service do they have? Nobody was offering in a 3 county area what I was. Then I started going out on the web. Nobody was offering. I need a daycare service inside of that salon in the middle where I can see, and you paid an extra fee. You get, I'm an educator. I can teach those little kids. First, they got to have CPR. Then I can teach them what to do with each grade level. But the parent is experiencing having their experience, and they can still see their child because the enclosure in the middle is a glass. I had it. I went to architecture. I had a friend, had her to help me design something. I went and found a space that was ready to be developed, and I had knew how much the permits were going to cost. I had the outline of the furniture, the design. The man was like, "You're ready to go," and I got scared.
Why?
I can't teach confidence, but I can teach you how to write that business plan. So
Ah,
that's what I was wanting to know. Like, what's your number one advice to someone who wants to get into this business? First of all, I like 2 things you said already. Make sure you take my training. And I'm not giving you the second training without the first training.
yes. So, what to tell someone if they wanted to get into any business or beauty in general?
Hmm.
What would I want to say?
Let's talk
I
about
would
just talk
say,
about your lash business. What do they need to do this?
in order to do their lash business, they want to definitely take a training. I would say take a training before you invest in the school because the esthetician license can range from 12 to, I think, 12,000, and the lowest is maybe $8,000, I would say.
Okay.
So it's a pretty pricey license versus taking a training that's $1,000, versus putting yourself in debt for something you're not going to enjoy. So I
Okay.
would say whatever it is, in whether it's lashes or anything beauty, take the training first. See if you
Okay.
like it. See if you enjoy it. If it's something you enjoy, then take that leap, that jump, and go ahead and get your license. Do it the right way. Don't cut any corners. Stay focused. Don't tell everyone your plans unless it's your mom or your dad or anyone that you know is truly
Hmm.
supporting and pushing you,
Hmm.
because people can be discouraging.
Uh-huh.
Um, and just staying focused and being disciplined, knowing that you're not going to be able to be at every house party. You got to stay home sometimes. You got to put in a little extra work than the average.
Hmm.
um, but
Okay.
yeah, definitely, if it's something you want to do, get your license and keep it clean. Register your business.
Oh,
Make sure you're having a business account. Making sure that you're doing tax planning, not just when taxes are due. Tax planning is the entire year.
okay.
Um, just, and
Know
having
the
an
industry.
yep, know your industry. Always do your market research of what's going on.
Awesome. This is incredible. I'm so excited that I had the opportunity to talk to you tonight. You've
And I'm
educated
glad.
me, and I promise you, somebody else is going to get excited.
Yeah, I hope they do. It's really a life-changing career, Being it just creates that freedom, You
Mm.
make your own schedule. Yes, you do have to work because you don't want to piss your clients off. You want to be there when they schedule their appointment. You don't need to be in Dubai when they're trying to get their lashes done, Actually be there for the time that's on the appointment slot, so
That
you
is
can keep
right.
these clients.
Yep.
Um, but other than that, it's great. It provides freedom, and I was able to, because of lash extensions, I was able to open my first. I was able to open a salon by the time I was 26 years old. So if it's something that they're dedicated to, they could definitely do it. Had I not opened a salon, I probably would be doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, we all invest our money and just knowing what you want out of it. I'd say knowing what you want as well. Like, you're gonna start it because you enjoy it. It's fun. It's gonna make you money, provide that freedom. But where do you want it to go? I think knowing that before you even get started is great because now you know what you're working towards versus just
Yep.
rolling with the punches.
Yep. Miss Blake, I am so excited to have spoken with you tonight. I still want you to do me one thing. Text me your link again so that I can post it.
Okay.
And then I look forward to doing a follow up, maybe coming, like you said, coming out in person and really seeing your
Sorry,
salon.
I'm looking down. I'm just
No, no,
texting it to myself so I don't forget.
no, no, you're fine. Look, that means you're organized. Just getting out there to your salon and letting people know that the dream is obtainable. That's what I want to do.
Yes. And I honestly want to, on the next one, if you're okay with it, I'd love to like set up my socials on my phone, on both of my phones, so that I can have it being streamed on my business page, my
Yeah.
personal page,
Okay.
so we can have a wider audience and reach more people.
Awesome. Listen, I am not sad at all about this interview. So I know I sound horrible, but I'm here because I don't ever want to miss an opportunity to talk to somebody who has a fabulous story. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So we will follow
And
up. Any last words you have for me?
thank you so much for having me.
Oh, oh, listen, I'll be honest, you
These
were
questions had me thinking. I'm like, hmm.
amazing. You don't have to worry about it. Want to know why? Because you know your business.
Yeah.
You know your business. You know your stuff. And I'm very, very impressed. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to take you off. I'm going to close out, but don't leave. Okay.
Okay.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, I just have to say, I want to thank my amazing guest, Miss Cassidy Blake, CEO of Cassbeenlashed. Please email me at scurry.latasha@gmail.com if you have someone or you yourself have an interesting story that you want to share. Just reach out to me. I am always looking for extraordinary people with extraordinary stories to tell. Tonight's guest was fabulous. I would like to follow up with her, and I would definitely be doing that in the future. So for right now, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Domesticated Diva, and watch Facebook on Sunday nights for upcoming shows. I'm Latasha Scurry. Thank you for watching Wednesday Night Whispers on LSTV. See you soon.